guys, I hope you are doing well. Welcome back to my video. I'll today be making a video on the topic for FR for June 2026 attempt, right? So in this video I'll be telling about the paper pattern, about how much is the ideal score that you should score in each of the sections, and what are the important topics for different sections and how you should tackle it, right? And how to tackle interpretation question. So these are the things that I'll be talking about in today's video. Firstly, let us see the paper pattern. So there are three sections. One section is section A, the other section is section B, right? And in section A there are 15 MCQs of 2 marks each, meaning 30 marks is for section A, right? Then coming to section B, there are three cases. Okay, these cases will be from different topics, and these three cases will consist of total 15 MCQs, meaning one case will have 5 MCQs each. Okay, and total 30 marks section B. Okay, so there will be total 30 MCQs in your paper. Okay, and in section C there will be two written responses question, right, which consist of 20 marks each, and which means 40 marks for section C, right? So the ideal marks to be scored is out of 60, right? From section A and B, out of 60, you should score at least 45 to 46 marks. Okay, that is important because MCQs are the things which are MCQs are the topics which are very scoring, and with conceptual clarity you can easily score marks. Okay, and with elimination method you can also solve theory part as well. So this is the advantage in FR, right? And from section C, the ideal marks is 25 to 26 out of 40, so that the combined score you get is around 65 to 70. This is the ideal score that I I want my students to have. So these are the things that you have to remember, and you should keep these scores in mind, so that you are working in that direction only, right? You have to score 44 to 46 in the MCQs itself, so you are working in that direction, keeping in mind your goal. That goal is very important because that is only way which will which is why to do it, right? This is the reason that you have to study hard, right? So you have to keep your goal in mind 24 hours 7, so that it is imprinted in your mind that yes, I'll gonna score this much marks, and this is the level of practice that I need to score this marks. Okay, now comes the important topics for section A and B. So number one important topic is consolidation. It is new for FR students, right? And consolidation is one of the you can say initially it seems very tough, but when you start working on it you feel that consolidation is easier than the single entity part. So this is what you have to keep in mind. Consolidation is important for section A and B as well. Okay, revenue, it is another important chapter which is highly asked in MCQs. Leases is one of the chapters which is important. Financial instruments, it is the newest thing that you will be doing, and it is FR students feel that this is tough, but with practice everything can be overcome. So try to practice as much as you can on your difficult areas, right, on your weaknesses, so that you do not make the mistakes again and again, right? Now let us see another topics, which is taxation. In taxation there are two things: current year tax and deferred tax. So you have to study both, and deferred tax can be asked a lot in the exam. Okay, now comes non-current asset. Non-current asset includes four things. Okay, property, plant and equipment. Okay, investment property, intangible assets, and borrowing cost. So these four topics are included in non-current assets. So, and these four are important too, because this can come in section C as well, this can come in section A and B as well, right? Impairment is another topic which can be asked in the examination. So almost all the topics are important for MCQs, because anything can come, right, for 2 marks. So this is the thing that we have to keep in mind. We have to be thorough with the standards. We should regularly revise the standards so that it is in our mind, right? And with the time you will feel that yeah, concepts are there, everything is there, and eventually everything will fall in place, and you will be easily scoring good marks in section A and B. Now comes section C. So there are two questions. Section C, two questions is question 31 and question 32. So question 31 can be from two topics. One is single entity financial statements, the other is group entity financial statements. Right? So in single entity financial statements, what are the important topics that are asked as adjustments? Right? So some of the important topics are non-current assets, taxation, leases, revenue. So these are some of the important topics which are frequently asked in single entity questions. The other is group entity. So group entity consolidation is all important because anything can be asked in that question. So you have to, be thorough with your consolidation, and you should work on it, right? Because it is a most important part that I would say that approximately if the section C part is from group entity, right? Approximately you will get around uh, 25 to 30 marks from group from consolidation itself. So it is, you can say that, highest weightage topic in your examination. So please focus on it, okay, as much as you can, and practice it as much as you can so that you are good with it, right? Now comes the question number 32. So question number 32 is interpretation of financial statements. So this is the area where a lot of students struggle. So what is the main reason for struggle is because they have never seen such a question, and they have never applied their analysis and evaluation anywhere. So this is skill based question which requires skill to answer, right? So this is one thing that you have to develop over time. So a lot of practice will be needed for this. So 10 questions of interpretation should be solved, okay? And there are five types of interpretation question. So one is current year versus previous year of same entity, okay, which means you are comparing 2 year results of the same entity. Then comes company versus company, which means that you are comparing one company and another company for the same year, okay? Now comes company versus industry. This is also similar as second part, which is company versus industry, which means you will be comparing the company's result with the overall industry, which will be analytical portion. So these three will be related to the single entity, okay, single entity financial statements, okay, and these two will be from the group financial statements, okay? So which means there are two types of effects: acquisition effect and disposal effect, which means what will be the effect of acquiring a new entity and what will be the effect of disposing the existing subsidiary. So these two can come. You should be thorough with the group's understanding so that you can easily solve these questions, okay? So this is the overall pattern of the question number 22. And what happens is, if in question number 31, if in question number 31 question related to single entity comes, right? Let's say a single entity question came in question number 31, then in question number 32 the question will be from these two parts. Most probably the question will be from this acquisition or disposal part for interpretation, and vice versa. Because if question number 31 is for group entity, then in interpretation question you will likely get the question from single entity FS, okay, which means from the from the first three, okay? So you can get this. So you have to be good with all of that so that you can tackle it easily in your examination, right? Now what are the key tips? Key tips are, don't just aim for 50 because FR is scoring and you can easily score good marks in this, right? Practice at least 300 to 450 MCQs and 30 section C questions, okay? You have to solve 300 to 450 questions all over your practice kits and everything, right? And at least 30 section C questions during your practice so that you are good with all the types of questions and you are thorough with it, okay? And if any new, you are not facing any new thing in the examination, because you will be solving all the adjustments and everything. Just the numbers will change, and slight adjustments will change that you can easily tackle with your concepts, okay? Now comes an important part which a lot of students miss is examiner reports and mock exams. So these are the key to success for FR, because the more examiner reports you study, the more mocks you solve, the confidence you gain is very high. So that is one thing that you should not skip. Okay, that's it for today's video. So there is one information that I want to give you, that I have my own coaching, and I teach FR and all the skill level subjects and SBR and SBL as well in my coaching. So you can contact me for that. This is highly personalized. I monitor each and every students that are in my batches and for all the subjects. So you can expect a lot of personal guidance from me, right? On demand doubt solving, which means I'll be solving instant doubts. For example, you have a doubt in let's say groups, right? And the doubt is around, let's say, this time only. So you send me a message on WhatsApp that this is the doubt. And what will happen is, if I am free, right, I'll see that text and I'll reply you back on that same message that yes, the answer. Or what will happen is that I'll arrange a meet. If the doubt is that requires a conceptual clarity, I'll organize a meet and I'll solve the doubt there. So that is the benefit with me. So please contact me. I'll be mentioning my phone number here or here, so please connect to me. Then thank you for watching, guys. I hope you are well.